Hi and welcome back to Down the Shed with me, Jason. So in this video we're going to build this blinky light flasher circuit. We've got two of them, so we are going to modify one of them. So they come with 22 UF 25 volt electrolytic capacitors. We're going to replace those with 100 UF 16 volt capacitors. And I've got two slightly different ones here. I just had to steal one from another project. So we will build the first one and then I'll throw the second one together and we'll see where it goes. So we've got two 33k resistors, orange, gold, and two 510 green, brown, gold, and I'm just going to double check those values by pulling up orange. Right, so the triple orange golds are the 33Ks and the green, brown, gold are the 510s. So a pretty simple kit, we'll just literally bang into this. Remember polarities on the LEDs and the electrolytic capacitors. Just zoom that out a wee bit. So what should we put in first? Right, so we've got two transistors. We'll get the electrolytics in first. So we'll start off with the standard circuit. Don't forget the grey on the side of the electrolytic. There it is. This camera's shit. Should I swap the cameras around? Let's swap the cameras around. No, too much hassle. So the grey goes in the shaded side of the board, short leg minus, long leg positive. Same with the other one. They basically the greys face each other. They seem like they're going to hold quite nicely, so we'll literally just solder those in. I'm using the crappy solder on these. Heat the pin in the board. There we go. So we'll strip that off. I like to bag these now. I used to let them fly everywhere. I like to bag them because I take concern of my poor doggie's paws. So that's those two in. So now we'll go with the two 510s. I'm not going to worry if the colours are going in the same direction or not, although it is nice to get them neat. Even though we're not trying, we will still get them as neat as we can. I'm going to use a bit of this blue tack just to stick those in place. You notice instead of using any form of helping hands, I am just using the blue tack to hold all this down. Which light's giving me more groove. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Like that. It seems to be okay. There we go, that's those done. Next we'll put in the two 33Ks. That's those two in. Oh, let's get that shot. So these go either side of the capacitors. That whole way now. Oh, stick. There you go. So now we'll do the two transistors. So on the board there's like a three line side, which is sort of making it look curved, and a flat side. Just bend the legs out slightly either side of the middle one. Make sure the flat side goes in the flat side on the board. Get the first leg in, slide the second one across, and try and wiggle your way in, like so. And if you push these in tight enough, they will hold themselves. So we'll do one at a time. Come on, melt your biatch. See that swell. As I said, this is the shit solder. That's one. That's two. That's three. Now for the other one. Again, just bend the legs out slightly. And making sure that the flat side is inwards. Slip them into the holes. 1, 2, 3. Push it into place, that'll hold itself with the tension, and solder those down. Bang, bang, bang. Right, all we've got left now is the two LEDs, again polarity dependent. You should have a short leg and a long leg. The short leg should be the negative, which will also have a flat piece on the resistor, on the LED rather, so you know which is which. And again on the board you have a flat side, and these are again polarity dependent, so If you match the flat sides, you can't get it wrong. We use a little bit of glue tack to hold that in place. Solder that in. Now for the other one, and then we'll use a 3-volt battery box because I think that's all the voltage it needs. If not, we'll bang it up to a USB cable. So again, making sure you get the flat side, which is the short leg, flat side to the flat side on the board, and again, just bang that in as before. Get out of the way, you. Oh, I hate this shit solder. There we go. Right, so all we've got to do now is connect the battery box, and we should have. Let's remove the batteries. We don't want to keep this off early and ruin the surprise. I'm not going to tin the wires, I'm going to poke them through the holes and bend them over. So VCC is your positive and ground is your negative. So we'll just bang that in there like that. Plenty of solder on there to hold that down, like so. Snip off that little bit of spare. And for the negative, or ground, that hasn't twisted nicely. That has. A bit of solder come through there, just snip that off, like so. The job should be a good one. So let's bring this one in. Switch off for a minute. Right, so hopefully when we put this battery in, we should get a twin flashing LED. There we go. How's that? So that's our LED, blinky LED circuit. See if that camera's picking anything up. So what we do now is I'll bang the other one together, speed through this other one, and oh, this one broke. Instead of those 22 UF microfarad capacitors, I'm going to use the hundreds. I can't remember whether that speeds up or slows down because that's really fast blinky. I think the hundreds slow it down. Let's find out. I know the resistors will also have an effect, and there are a million ways we could play with that. But let's put it together and find out. So let's start with those two capacitors. Turn the iron back on. So we'll put this used one in first that I've just stolen from an old project. And we're waiting for the iron to heat up. There we go. Let's get that one in. Right, so that's the used one in. No snippy needed there. Don't forget, polarity dependent on electrolytic capacitors. Now they are different sizes, but they are both the same voltage and capacitance, if that's the right word. They're both 100 UFs, microfarads. I think microfarads. I know these capacitors are measured in henries. Inductance is measured in henries. So that's those two in. I'm not happy with that. Nope. Not happy with that. Just reflow that one. I think they could be touching. Okay, that looks good. So put those two 33s in. O'clock, nearly your walk time, Sherlock. I had to sand these boards down slightly. They were rough as arseholes on the edges, but then they've been cut probably out of a massive sheet, and thousands of these probably came out of one sheet. Right, solder those down. Snip, snip. Now for the 510s. Oh, that one could do with pushing it in slightly. That one's a bit high. All you've got to do is reflow. Push it in a bit, like so. That'll do. It's better. Put these two 510s in. Dun, 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 dun. I think we'll have a little bit of glue tack on them. I can see them shifting, we don't want to have to reflow again. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, stop moving. It's on camera. 1, 2. I really need an extractor fan. 3. Well, I could stick my big fan behind me, blow it forwards. 4. Right, transistor time. As I said before, just bend these legs out slightly away from the middle one. Don't forget to get the shape right. Slot in. Again, just part the legs slightly. No innuendo in the comments, please. Solder those down. That's what we were trying to avoid. Well, it all landed on the table, thankfully. Right, LEDs, and this one is ready to go. Again, flat side to the flat side, short leg being the flat side. So these are going to be blue. We could change them, but I can't be bothered. The blue can do. The blue will do. This is just for a bit of fun, really. There we go, that's that one. Come on, get out of my way. Get out of my way, mirror. Not mirror, magnifying glass. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. That was a bit of a faff. Board's moving, that ain't helping. You sleep, Sherlock. Now we just have to wire up another battery box on this one. Which I have here. Twist the ends, nice and neat. So VCC being your red, ground being your black. Ah, it's come out. That'll do, just get some solder on it. There we go. Well, I could poke it through a little bit, but I don't really need to. Let's just get the negative on, or the ground. We'll slap some batteries in. You're making funny noises, Sherlock. Right, let's get a couple of batteries in this one and see what this one does. So this has got the 100 UFs in. Remember, in this one had 22 UFs. So these two batteries should be good enough. And here we go. There we go. So we've got 22 UF here and 100 UF here. And you can see the difference in the capacitance is a difference in speed. So the higher the capacitor, the slower the speed. This is because these are holding charge for longer, or taking longer to charge up, either or. And these, because they're only 22s, blinking like their life depends on it. So this is sort of what could be deemed as your police light, and this could be a railway crossing, where you see the railway crossing lights flash. So depending on your microfarads, and I could go in a bit further actually, but we need to disconnect the battery before we do that. Soldering iron earths on it and has an effect. It does affect the speed of your LED. Oh, that didn't go down well. Oh, that's hot. Okay. Bit of rambly work there. That's a bit better. Let's get the battery back in. You alright, buddy? Sherlock Bones. Sherlock. And there we have it. Turn the lights out. No battery. That was good timing. So that's our blinky light circuit. It was similar to the one in the L&Co 30 and 15-1 kit even. However, the one in the 15-1 kit was proper shite, so we didn't bother. We did record, but we deleted because it really wasn't worth hosting. So I decided to do these instead. I could have changed LED colour on one of the kits, but stick with what you got. So blinking light circuit, what their uses are, anyone. I mean, you could put something like this in the front grille of your car, not in blue obviously, in orange, and have like a emergency response or convoy light or wide vehicle light or slow vehicle, whatever. The other one is a bit more erratic, but again, no reason why you couldn't use it for the same type of thing. And that camera just died. Thanks for watching. I'll hold these up for this camera, see if we can. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.